I know it's been a while since I posted a video on my table build, but I've had other things going on. I got bills to pay, and this got set on the back burner. But as it was sitting, the more I thought about it, I decided to do a bunch of upgrades and not go with the NEMA 23 frame motors. I'm going with the 34s, so I had to order new motors, new reduction drives, and I got those in, and I've been putting stuff together as I get it. This is what I've got done so far on this. I got the control box at home, all new Gecko 201X drivers, unregulated power supply. These are NEMA 34 906 ounce motors. They're the 8 wire. I'm gonna run them in series for a 4 amp on the drivers. Got all new cable ends. I would rather have everything plug and play. I really like the clean look of these caps, and then the wire will just plug in and then it tightens, and that really looks clean. And then it'll follow the cable chain down, and then it'll come to these. I actually have them all marked, but these are, there they are right there. There's my Z, there's my X, there's my Y1, and the other one's the Y2. Yeah, Y2, they're all marked. So these cables will fit perfectly right there. So that's where my control box is going to go. Really like the way this is coming together. Since I'm wiring it still, I'm going to clean all these wires up. Try to back up a little bit. I'm going to clean all these wires up, tie them together, and put that plastic stuff on them. This is my ohmic and my homing switches and everything is all going to be run through this one wire. But this one wire is too short, so I went ahead and ordered 50 feet. That way I could just run one wire. What's going to happen is I got these proximity switches. I put them on my mill. They're waterproof. They're completely sealed. I really like them. They work great. There's one there. So when this comes up, I'm going to put a block here that comes out, and then I'm going to put a bolt here so the head is on the back, so I can adjust the sensing on both sides. But this wire here from this homing sensor, comes up and it goes through the cable track all the way to the other side, comes out and plugs into this feather touch module. All of my homing switches, touch off switches, proximity for the floating head. Instead of going with a magnetic breakaway, I'm going to go with a solid mount with proximity switches, these on the head, and that'll be my touch off, the backup for when the ohmic doesn't work, and also for the Z home. This wire here is for the Z. There's my X gantry. This is really nice because it's behind. There's a safety stop there. So when I home the machine, you know, that's really clean looking there. And also I have another for the Z-axis. Again, I'll do the bolt here, so this will be adjustable. You can see the 3-to-1 belt reduction there. And this wire also goes through this, comes out the other side, follows the cable chain, and it plugs in right here. I just have the power wire because I'm going to run 12 volts. That's the input for the voltage, but this will be for your Z-axis in case your torch hits something. That's where those inputs are. And it's nice, all your inputs will plug in here, and one wire, which is a 12-pin plug, one wire goes back to the control box, and I really like that. It's, instead of having to run all the wires back to the control box like on my other table, it's all right there on the gantry. I mean, this is nice. It runs nice and smooth. I like it. I'm going to take the gear rack off of my other table and mount it on the top. That's why there's no gear rack on top of this gantry here. Same with the Y. It runs down and it stops right here. It's like 2.5 feet. So I'm going to take one of the gear rack sections, which comes to here. They come in, I guess, these 4-foot sections. I'm going to take one off of my other table, cut it in half, and that'll bolt here. That'll be the remainder, the same for the other side. That's why that's missing. I mean, I have enough tied up in this table, and then now here I went with the 34 frame motor, so it's even more. So I'm trying to save where I can. These are all the slats are drops from jobs, so I'm not cutting up a fresh sheet of metal, which I'll probably wind up doing for the remainder of the slats. I like running them every 2 inches, but for now, until I get more scrap or have to cut up a sheet, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm also going to try to run both these tanks and plumb them to that there, and that way I can raise and lower the table by air. I like that idea instead of the electric pump. Both of those tanks don't have any holes in them, so those will work good. I just have to do the plumbing for them. The only reason why I went with the stainless is because it didn't cost me anything. I got 2 4x10 sheets of 14 gauge 304 stainless, and it didn't cost me anything. My brake is too small to bend them, so it's welded all the way around. You can see it's welded all the way around. It's gonna rust anyway, so I don't care about the rust that's in it. These pieces here I cut on my other table with the drop from the second sheet, and as you see, the slats fit in there nice, fit in there really nice. That's just a support in the middle. Once I have everything done, I'm taking the wheels off. The wheels are just to move it in and out of my shop. That's the only thing them wheels are for, because this table takes up some real estate. has a 5x10, over a 5x10 cutting area. So I could throw a 5x10 up on there and cut it with no problem at all. I think I got 4 inches extra on the X, which is side to side, and I think I have 6 inches or 4 inches on the Y also. But I'll make another video when I start putting the cabinet together. I'll probably do that here tonight.